Marcus Spears, as you are sitting and watching this, how do you assess the disaster that is the Bears offense as you hand out the responsibility/blame?
Yeah, well, you know, Matt Nagy been one of the hot topics for me with his craziness at the beginning of the season. But when you think about, like, Justin got to own his part. All right, now this is a situation where, yeah, obviously the plan wasn't good and all of that. But Justin has played now. I gave him benefit of the doubt against the Cleveland Browns because it was his first time out, and that's what rookies look like majority of the time. But in this particular situation, he had opportunities to float out of the pocket and throw the ball in the third level of the stands, right? You got to figure out, I need to leave this a little bit earlier. And it ain't like he was playing against chopped liver up front either, right? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are getting back healthy. They're going to do that to a lot of quarterbacks. But Justin Fields has to own some of this as well. Own more of it than I thought he needed to own against the Cleveland Browns. With that being said, bro, the incompetence of what this coaching staff is putting out there with this young rookie quarterback, everybody knows it. This ain't nothing new. Greeny, we gonna sit on, what's today's date? Let me look at my phone. It's October 26th, and we knew this before Justin Fields started playing. We knew this when Mitchell Trubisky was playing. Ain't a damn thing changed about the coaching staff with the Chicago Bears, other than now it's highlighted because they gave away draft picks to get another quarterback. Another one. This is the second go-round for Matt Nagy and drafting quarterbacks very highly and trading away picks, and it looks the exact same after the one successful season with Mitchell Trubisky being an athlete and using him in the right way. So it's got to be a coaching change.
Why do you look so skeptical of what he's saying?
Oh, no, well, I mean, I wasn't skeptical of all the things he's saying. I think Trubisky was there when Nagy got there.
Right.
That was the only thing that I made a
Nagy was hired because he was a quarterback guru and he was going to develop Mitchell Trubisky. How'd that work out?
He had those issues. That was pretty bad. But I think that they certainly are getting a ton of blame, especially on Monday on this show. You get Monday Dan, who's is a very mean man. Monday Dan is a very mean man. Monday Dan is lighting him up. I think that Fields, he throws some ducks out there. A lot of ducks out there for Fields too. That's part of the problem also. But in this particular game, like, I hate coming down on my guys on the defense, but that was part of the issue is you can't ask a rookie quarterback with a coaching staff that seems to be clueless to go score for score with Tom Brady and all the talent they have out there. So we talk about how Patrick Mahomes is pressing sometimes. Can you imagine what's going on in Justin Fields' mind when he knows that all this pressure's on him and he sees Tom Brady throw another touchdown?
What I'm concerned about, and you know from young quarterbacks, and Peyton Manning took his lumps and threw all those interceptions and everything else, so we know how he wound up. But I've said for years, far more young quarterbacks in the NFL are ruined than developed. I would be very concerned watching this. I'm not saying Justin Fields doesn't deserve any blame for what's going on, but I would be very concerned about what kind of long-term impact this thorough disaster could be having.
Here's your biggest issue. This is a perfect storm, right? You're playing a high-powered offense. You know you can't score. You're going to try to you get down early, so now you're trying to match. The issue for Justin Fields, and you can see it, is his processing because of the pressure. His right tackle, it's a turnstile, man. I mean, it's literally you have 2 seconds to figure out where you want to go with the ball. What happens to young quarterbacks is they begin to try to process too quickly, and then they start forcing things and making error and then stacking errors. I would tell them if I'm the Bears, I'm going to get better at protection. I'm going to bring in formations to at least allow him time to process so he can throw the ball away.
Jeff,
the problem was
we told him that 3 weeks ago.
Listen,
Jeff, you told him that 3 weeks ago.
I get it. I'm just talking about the Fields perspective, though.
I got you. I'm agreeing with
point
you.
Is the right one.
I'm agreeing with you.
The offensive line is the worst in the league. Yes. There's the worst offensive line in the league, and they're not doing anything, not obvious, at least to my eyes, to try and fortify the protection.
And the worst thing you can be as a quarterback is one in a rush, and that's what's happening with him. I think if I'm Justin Fields, by the way, a quarterback does have some say about protection. Let me just say that. Like, I'm going in on Mondays, Tuesdays. I'm going to let you know, bro, I'm out there inside the lines. You ain't getting smoked like I am. I'm not going to keep doing this.
Quick thought, Dan.
They traded next year's first-round pick to get him, so it's not like they can get a difference-making offensive lineman in the draft either.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.